Hey guys, Tahmid here for AGHD, and this is my third squad builder. It is an overpowered Serie A squad builder, Serie A. This team is really good. I don't really like the defense, but I really do like the midfield and the attack. Anyway, I'll get to that later. I'm starting off with my goalkeeper. It's Marchetti. Sorry, not Marchetti. Handanovic. I did originally have Marchetti, but didn't really like him, so I got rid of him. I got Handanovic instead. They were pretty tight between the choice. All the goalkeepers in Serie A is really cheap, and it just depends which one you prefer. You can easily go for Buffon, whose price is around 10k probably on PS3 right now. He's really cheap, and but all goalkeepers in Serie A are cheap. You can have Pepe Reina as well, and there's not that much difference. Handanovic is a good goalkeeper. He's got really good stats though. He's got 88 reflexes and 87 diving and 84 positioning. They're the three stats you should focus on for goalkeepers. Moving on to my right back, I have the pacey Abate. This team is really pacey, and obviously who else but Abate? Abate is really fast, and he's really good at putting off players. They can have strong people on the ball, but Abate will still get the ball. Cost me only 3k, and his stats are basically around the 70 region, and then his pace is 93, which is good. Moving on to my first centre back, I have Ogbonna, not Ogbonna, Cáceres for chemistry reasons. He's got 81 pace for a centre back. Now that's amazing for and only less than 2k. I don't get that. 81 defending, 81 pace, 78 heading. He's pretty fast because last year he was a right back for Juventus. Moving on to my other centre back, who's from Juventus as well, Ogbonna. Ogbonna links up with Cáceres and would link up with Abate, but I'll get to that later. He cost me 2.2k, so these defenders are around the same price, and is a really good player. He's got really good pace as well. He's got 77 pace and 82 defending and 79 heading. I'm not really that much of a man at heading in this team because I do go for pace. As this is a pace team, you only have players who are good at heading. Moving on to my left back, not in Serie, sorry. He's Italian, and it is Crescito. If I put Cáceres there, and he would then link up. So obviously I put Ogbonna there to have a yellow line. Crescito is the only Italian left back who is good enough to be in this team. He does play for Russian league, and I did include him because in the Serie A you have Radu and Constant, and them two aren't really pacey, and I thought I might as well go for Crescito. He's a decent player. This defense is okay. If you have more money, I would advise you to get Chiellini and maybe the likes of Benatia. Them two are really good, and I'm not a huge fan of this defense, but for this pacey team, you should go for it. It might just be me defending, I don't know. Moving on to my right mid, who's not Italian, I really need to change that. Serie A is Quadrado. Quadrado is really fast, and he's really OP on the 1-2s. He's played 3 games, and he's had 3 assists, and I'll get to the strikers who scored those later. He's got 93 pace and 87 dribbling. Amazing. He's got 4-star skill moves as well. He's really good, and quite a few players from this team are Colombian as well. He links up really well with this centre mid, Guarin. Guarin is a really good player, and I really do like him. He's overpowered. I mean, just look for a centre mid. 3 games, 2 goals and 2 assists. Now, some strikers don't even have that record. He's an all-rounder. All of his stats are above 76. Centre mid having 76 defending is still really good though. 78 heading and 78 pace, that's really good. He's got 82 shots, 82 passing and 83 dribbling. He's the man who takes the free kicks. He's got really high shot power, and I would strongly recommend getting Guarin even if you're not going for a pacey team. Moving on to my other centre mid is Paul Pogba, the overpowered beast. This guy is an all-rounder as well. All of his stats above 76 as well. He's got 81 heading, 80 dribbling, 80 passing, 75 pace, 76 shots. He's a good player, and he's really strong and solid. He hasn't got any goals or assists, but that doesn't show all of his tracking back and his passes and his tackles, which are really good. I do strongly recommend getting him. Moving on to my left mid, who is the man of this team. He costs the most out of this team, and he's a really good player. It's Shaarawy. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. Shaarawy. I don't know. Almost 15k, and he's got really good stats. To be honest, I wouldn't say he's worth 15k, but he is really pacey. He's good at 1-2s, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem a player is worth 15k. I think he's quite pricey because of his pace, dribbling, and because there aren't really that many good left mids in Serie A. His two rivals probably be Mertens and Asamoah, and them two aren't really pacey as well. So I went for Shaarawy. But if you have a tighter budget than me, then go for someone like Mertens. I've had Mertens before in a Belgian team, and he's really good. But obviously this team is pace. So obviously, yeah, I went for this guy. Moving on to my first striker, or my second striker, I have Muriel. Muriel is so fast. He's got the exact same record as Guarin, 3 goals, 2 games, and 2 assists, which is still really good, but yeah, that is actually really good. So he's got 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's got 89 pace, 86 dribbling, and 78 shots, and all of the other stats aren't really that important for me, but as I said, this is a pacey team, and they won't really have good heading or strength either. So Muriel is one of the fastest strikers in Serie A, and I would recommend getting him. He's a really good player, and I do like him. Moving on to my favorite player of this team, it's Victor Ibarbo. This guy is amazing. Like at first, I was unsure to get him. He's 77 rated. I just don't know why he didn't seem that good of a player. But I was strongly recommended to get him, and I did eventually get him for 2.1k. And just look at his record: 3 games played, 6 goals, and one of the matches were disconnected. So yeah, so basically 2 games and 6 goals. He's so good. He is so good, trust me. You have to get this guy. I don't care if you're making an expensive team with Gomez or Di Natale or somebody. You need to get Ibarbo. He's got 93 pace, 85 dribbling, 73 shots. Now that 73 shots seem a lot better in the game when I'm playing with him, and I would strongly recommend getting him. So this is my Serie A team. Cost me exactly 45.75k, and these players' prices must have gone down, and they will go down soon as PS4 and Xbox One are coming out soon. If you're wondering why players like Buffon, Thiago Silva are very cheap, it's because that the new console is coming out, PS4 and Xbox One, and everybody, I don't know why, but all the prices have dropped. So this is my team. It is the one and the only Hulk. Hulk it says in the name he's a Hulk. You just run down the wing, cut in with your left foot, yeah, and then you just blast in, and I'm telling you, most of the time it will go in.